Hello and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. I am Realm, and we are on the 5th episode of our first run. We've arrived at the Canyon Well and spent all of our resources. We've got no items left, everything has been spent. We had 6 mastery talents at the end, mastery points at the end of the last episode. So what we've basically done is we improved our barbaric gap, our if it bleeds, we gave our flashing daggers, pick to the face an upgrade. We've upgraded blinding gas and emboldening vapors, so now if we use emboldening vapors we get an extra speed increase. And that is how we've spent those points. We had a number of tokens that we've accumulated throughout the run that we've spent on everyone. The idea here is if we take a look at someone like the leper, we've now got 5% chance each round to get a damage token, 45% stun resistance, and a dodge token. And we tried to stack that on as many people as we can so that we have as much bonuses going into this next region as it's our finest. Spent the last of our money. There unfortunately were no trinkets that we were interested in, so we just got rid of all of the baubles. On the Wainwright, we equipped the crow's nest and the griddle because we gotta have those flapjacks, even though we don't exactly know what they do. And our final route is the mountain. So the mountain is quite short. We've got basically a straight road, number of fights to do, and then the end boss. Let's see how we do.
The Great Ziggurat, Temple of Failure and Regret.
There's no more events at all, so we can't remove any attributes that characters have. We can't get additional buffs for them. There's a chance that we could get items that'll be useful. In that case, any items that we're looking for is realistically just going to be more healing salves and laudanums. We only have 2 options here. Both of them are fight. Okay. No additional bonuses here. Both of these start with dodge trinkets, so let's get rid of one of them.
As directed.
And then we will get rid of the other. This is actually a good setup here, because we're going to embolden the vapors for a damage boost, and then this will hit extremely hard. Unfortunately, she just got knocked out of position and now can't do it. Great! I don't want to waste that, so what we'll do is we will move her forward, and then we've got a chance of getting the Howling End next turn. With the speed token, hopefully that helps. Yeah, it did put her in first. Great. So, if we take a look at these guys, they both have 28 health, and we can do 18 to 33. Oh my god, a 50 damage crit. She is mad. Let's finish her off. And move on to the next. We are going to, in this particular case, Noxious Blast. Lots of resistances, but 1 stress pip, that's okay. Withstand, redirect our hits. $30 blight resistance versus 20. Again, let's get rid of these ones first. I don't want them transferring their worship or anything to the big guy. You down. Death's Door, so next attack we can kill it. Unfortunately, it did get the worship transfer.
Steady yourself.
That wasn't too bad across the board.
A righteous action.
you're a bit low and you're taking a lot of bleeds, so let's Revelry, get a bit of stress reduction across the board. Okay. From here, we're just stacking up as much blight as we can. Fortunately, it doesn't get... It using the one attack didn't get rid of that, so we're probably going to have to contend with another one. In that case, let's... Oh, we've actually taken out that skill. Right, we don't have the ability to blind this one. We've taken that out of the equation entirely. So let's play Grenade.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Fire and Blood. Next turn we'll do a Battlefield Medicine to clear everything off. 7, 13, down to 5 health. Purge, get rid of the corpses. I'm okay with this. Unfortunately, you have 2 Winded stacks, so this is not going to do any damage at all. So we're going to Bloodlust. 2 and 2, 6 down to 2 health, so won't Death Store, and then we've got the Plague Doctor, so let's Poison Dart.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
We just gotta hope that we don't actually kill it. It has Death Blow, so there's no way we can kill it in this one shot. But there we go, that is very nice. Okay, now we can Battlefield Medicine.
Help impeccably timed.
Death Store on its turn. Weakness should reduce the amount of damage that it can deal. Yeah, very low. And let's go for the kill. No, I don't care about Amorous. Just let me chop it. Fight one down. Oh, that was my mistake. We actually don't get any
The loathing whispers.
items off of the fights. Well, maybe we get an item off of this next fight. We definitely didn't get it off of this first one. Fight with a buff. I will take that. See how high we can hit our Howling End. Alright, big guy. See how you like this. 20. I think we lowballed that. I don't think we could have rolled lower. Let's do flashing daggers to apply some damage and get rid of that. So again, these little guys have worship, and I think that they can transfer it over to the big one, which we definitely don't want.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Vessel 4/3 is not too bad. Let's stand out to redirect attacks. I almost want the healing on. Like freaking Hellion at this point. Or that healing trinket, I should say. If you missed it in the last episode, the leper has this ghastly gruel. 25% chance every turn to heal 20%. He's just permanently at max health. We don't ever need to worry about him. Let's try to get this cherub dead. Good. That's one less vector for worship to transfer over. Ooh. That hit a bit. I wish debuffs stacked a bit faster, like we got a bit quicker run through those. Double blind means we are going to reflect. Now we can't Howling End this turn, so what we'll do is we're going to Bloodlust off the Winded so that we can hit at full force next turn. You've already got a Strength, so let's give Leg to the back. Resisted, unfortunately. When the game first released, that call didn't actually have a text reference, so it was just using the script. So it was like bark, act out, stress, partner damaged is what they would say. It would just be like a function call. It was pretty entertaining to watch. Poison dart at the back. Let's at least get rid of the dodge token. I'm really worried about there being 2 worship stacks right now. We can at least stack up the plague grenade. What we're hoping is that this hit, that is 8, 12 down to 4. Okay. Get our chop, bring it down a bit, and we got 28 damage, eh? Hellion End, 24 to 42. Thankfully, the Plague Doctor followed up to Death's Door, because we actually didn't do enough damage. We didn't directly min roll, but we got a really low hit on that, which was kind of disappointing. So what we're hoping for right now is Plague Doctor up before... And we're not going to get that. She's up next, so she'll Death's Door herself, and then... Okay, still enough health, so she can Revelry at least. And get herself off Death's Door. There. So this one's got that going. It's got Worship. I do not want it to survive to be able to use it. Noxious Brass the front. It is on Death Blow. Which means we can spend a lot on them.
There is comfort in company.
And we'll just shift you back. Done. So those are our 2 fights. We always have to do them heading into the mountain. They will vary in what monsters are present. And then we are on to the mountain. Really, right now we're just watching
is revealed.
Hellion's health, seeing if it ticks up a few more.
Only infernal nihility and non-existence.
Doesn't look like we're doing it. And here comes the boss. Alright, here is how this fight works. We have 4 lock bolts that we have to deal with. At the beginning of every round, one of them will spam a different type of a lock. So Lamentation spams no range skills are allowed. Regret, I believe, is the one that spams no melee skills. Wasting would be healing, and Despair would be stress. Once each one is dead, they'll no longer lock that out. So if we think of it, we want to try to get rid of Regret first in order to prevent the amount of melee lockout. Realistically, though, it's just whatever we can do the most damage, whatever we can kill first, because the less of them that are active, the less they'll do turns with. There's our heal going off of. We're going to start off with damage, and then we'll taunt on the next round, because we just want to try to amp as much as we can into this. We can't use either of our grenades, so instead we will do... Actually, we'll do an Emboldening Vapors, and then we can get our big hack off.
The slow suffering begins.
Okay, a bleed stack, we're okay with that. Leaned out is Fear Spread. Good. We're gonna basically utilize whatever skills we have in our combat slots to try to prevent the amount of time that we need to waste turns, just do as much damage. So anytime we can use a healing salve, anytime we can use a laudanum, we're doing that. 38 damage is down to 8. Of course, it's going to go first, so we can't do any melee whatsoever. It does mean that these two have a chance of killing it, but our others are going to be a bit dealt off with. I leveled up Yop, particularly for this case. When a melee is locked, the Hellion can't do anything at all. We will do a withstand for taunt, since we can't melee. Okay, now if we look at how much health this one has 8. Flashing daggers, top end could kill it, but I'm gonna poison dart instead and make sure that we get the kill. So now that that latch is done, we're taking damage from 1 less of them a turn. We can't be denied melee anymore, so we'll be able to keep our damage up. And as long as we kind of keep on top of our health, we're good. Or rather, health and stress. So we are definitely going to... Yeah, we're not going to ounce. 50 blight, 30 blight, so we're going to blight the back one. And we'll spend a laudanum when it comes up to the next person's turn. So denial of fortitude, we can't use healing skills. That also includes the combat items, so we won't be able to heal anyone, and we're just going to have to deal with what comes out. I want to get blight going on targets, so we'll start applying that out with these two. This one has high blight, so we're going to skip it. Okay, we can do another Howling End, but we're at 2 stacks, so once again, let's Bloodlust.
Empowered, emboldened.
You're pretty low, which is a bit of a concern, but we don't really have an option right now. We will spend you on front one. Oh, that was weird. Apparently it dodges by completely detaching itself. Okay, so Death's Door, but the round is over. Assuming we don't get the lock again. Okay, so removal of range skills. We will be able to get a heal. Let's laudanum you down. And pick to the face on that one. You've got a healing salve, so let's get our Plague Doctor off of Death's Door. And then you can Howling End. Good. You've still got blindness we can't withstand yet, so we'll do another chop. Oh, big crit. So this one's dead on its turn. We're good there. We are going to... Let's do an ounce for stress heal.
Cooperation is the key.
Because Plague Doctor can't do anything else, ranged is locked.
Emboldened. Anxiety foments insidious fears.
Good, that's over. We are getting stress locked. Okay, so that one's dead on its turn. We don't need to do anything more for it. Which means let's move our... Plague Grenade is 4, Noxious Blast is 6. We are going to try to break through this one's resistance. Still can't withstand, so we'll just do another chop. Let's get a healing salve on you, and then we'll do an if it bleeds on the back one. Yeah, so if it bleeds upgraded, just goes to 3 bleed, and the damage increases by maybe 1, so it's not really worth the investment, but we were at the end of the game, we had extra points to spend. That's kind of what my thought was for spending it there. So 7 over the next turn. Let's re-up our bleed. 8 over 3. I know it doesn't work like that. One instance will tick, and then it'll go off, and then there'll be 2 turns of the lesser one, but I don't know. It's just easier to word it out like this, that we got 8 over 3 and 3 over 3. Let's see if we can get a blight stack there. We cannot. And we can withstand. Perfect. Now, you've only got 1 winded, so I am confident doing this. At the very least, this is always relevant for the next round, so we know guaranteed we're doing the 11, and now it recalculates, and we'll do 7 on the next. So a little bit more, and we'll have it dead. I think 1 more application. 8, 3, 11. We need 1 more hit, and that one will be taken care of. Their stress is getting quite high, so we do have to be careful about that. Yeah, this is where they start getting bitchy at each other. Their stress is way too high to do anything otherwise. So really here, we just want the quick win. We can't hit anything. Let's get rid of Winded, and then next turn we can do our Howling End. Let's lun you back by 1. And then just a pick. 10 over 2, 17, so we need to do 7 damage. There it is. And there is our victory. So, unofficially, I'm at 3 of 3. Officially, we're at 1 win and 1 streak. So we will keep going. I don't know if I really want to consider this a win, considering how badly the beginning went. And that was definitely based off of a very suboptimal comp.
Try and try again.
Okay,
You will break
so we've leveled up a few more times, and more importantly unlocked the Occultist, so now we have the full roster available to us. In the next episode, we will start our next run and choose a new group to play with. Thank you very much for watching. Apologies for the shorter episode here, but I didn't feel like another 30 minutes tacked on to the 1 hour episode was worthwhile. As I had mentioned in a previous episode, this next run I'm going to try doing some editing for it. 1, to kind of learn it myself, and 2, to hopefully reduce the time of the episodes. There's a lot of time in this game that you spend just holding W and having the cart go forward, and I don't know if that's really interesting to viewers of this. So we're going to try that system out. Do let me know in the comments if you prefer this method, or after we've uploaded the next series if you prefer that method, and then I can start adjusting it from there. Once again, thank you for watching. Have yourself a great day.